From Studio 6B in Rockefeller Center, this is a presentation from News Channel 4, Gabe Pressman's News Forum. Now your host, senior correspondent, Gabe Pressman.
Gabe Pressman is senior correspondent for WNBC TV News Channel 4. He's been with the station for more than 40 years, but has been a journalist in New York City for almost 60.
I knew what I wanted to be when I was about 8 years old. I wanted to be a newspaper man. I wanted to be a reporter. My father was very indulgent. He'd put a microphone in the bathroom, and I could broadcast into the family radio, which was in the living room.
Recognized in the journalism community as a reporter's reporter, Gabe has compiled a peerless record of investigative reporting and has excelled in creating in-depth stories out of complicated and controversial issues.
Surprise appearance of Premier Khrushchev.
I don't want that anybody be worried.
What about your personal?
He was one of the elite group of television news journalists who helped set the standards for television reporting.
This is Gabe Pressman reporting.
It's important that news be held sacred, that it not be mixed with promotional impulses. There's no business in which we can get closer to the people and their needs.
Gabe began his professional career in 1949 when he joined the staff of the New York World Telegram and Sun as a City Hall reporter.
I was fascinated by newspapers, and I would hover over them, but I was fascinated by the headlines.
In 1954, he started his broadcasting career in radio as the station's first roving reporter. Moving to television in 1956, he added a camera to the microphone and was the first, and at that time, only television journalist covering stories on the street.
How about this indictment, Mr. Genovese? He is absolutely innocent.
I think most of all, in the beginning, nobody told us what to do, so it was pretty wild. I went around town interviewing politicians, but also doing odd stories in the street, because I covered everything that moved in my early days. I was the only reporter.
My beat extends over an area of 500 square miles, sometimes making one feel like a breathless runner in a race.
One has to have a sense of feeling for other human beings, compassion, and understanding of the motivations of the people we cover.
Throughout his career, he strived for integrity in journalism.
It was a brief, bitter clash between police and pickets.
The question of political corruption and the sociological problems involving the poor. Those are the things that are most poignant.
The wish would be a room. Have a room. Don't you understand why?
I think the most important value is never surrender. Don't give up. Be adversary with politicians, with government officials. That's very important. To hold the politicians' feet to the fire. How do you justify talking about an unsubstantiated allegation?
I really don't know, Mr. D'Amato. And I am telling you, I'm just a humble philosopher searching for the truth. You're doing a hatchet job.
I need a lawyer when I talk.
And he's covered the major stories of the decades.
Guys, there's a bomb shooting up as the ship descends.
The Israelis say there was no massacre. Other people say there was a massacre. What do you say?
For the kid who dreamed of being a journalist, things turned out better than he ever imagined.
I love it. I loved it at the beginning, and I still love it now. Although I'm not ready to hang up my spikes. Not by any means.
I love New York, and thanks for riding along.